Hello, hello. This is Coach McCarthy. We are talking about price. We said it's the easiest of the four P's to change because it doesn't take much. Phone call, change the price. Okay, we're good. Move on. Everything else is going to take a long time to develop and put it out there. Um, and it does depend on a lot of things. You can use it as a demarcation to separate yourself from everybody else. And I think cost of production is probably the most impactful thing upon price. You got to make sure you're covering your costs. We talk about that a lot of Americans have perception of perceived value of what they think something is worth because basically someone tells them what it should be worth. We were talking about our price objectives last time. And we talked about a lot of these. We talked about the difference between profit and revenue. And today we're going to talk about types of pricing strategies. We have 10 that we're going to look at. And we're not going to talk about them all today, but they're all very much related. So first, you're going to pick out your objective. And once you have your objective, you can start to pick out your strategy and figure out how that's going to help you get to where you want to be. And that's what we're going to talk about today is some of these different pricing strategies and kind of what they mean. So the first one we have is our penetration. So the price of the product is set at a lower level to penetrate into the market. So we're thinking that we have a brand new item. We're just trying to get into the market. If we come out and set our price too high, maybe people won't like us. We're new. We're trying to attract new people. Maybe we should have a lower cost. So the underlying idea is to attract as many customers as possible at the very outset. So as soon as we come out and get started. This policy can be adopted when the customers are very particular for price and when the product is an item of mass consumption. All right. And so it can apply a lot of different ways. And again, we're just trying to get into the market. We're not already there. Once the product is accepted in the market, the price of the product I shouldn't say is, but can be gradually increased. All right, depending on what your strategy is and what you want to do. So the next one we have is skimming. So we charge a very high price is charged in the beginning with a view to recover the costs involved in a short period of time. So we're going to mark our price up. We're going to charge a little bit higher so that we can try and cover our costs. We talked about cost of goods sold and what it takes to make something, and we're trying to recover all of our costs in the very beginning. However, the high price is usually supported by heavy promotion, which isn't always cheap. All right, we talked about promotion and the multiple methods we can use. Those are not always cheap or free. This policy can continue for a long period of time this policy cannot continue for a long period of time because the high price of the product attracts other manufacturers or entrepreneurs also to plunge into manufacturing or making that product. So it's going to attract other people. If people are seeing that you can sell it for 20, well, I'm going to try and make one and sell it for that much too, especially if you're making a large enough profit. As a result, the competition sets in and the prices tend to fall. So early, maybe we're an early person or an early product, we can use skimming. If we're just trying to get into the market, skimming might not work for us. All right. If there's a lot of competition out there, skimming might not work for us either because why are they going to pay those high prices for ours? Unless we have a perception of quality, why are they paying that high price? This policy is feasible when the product introduces innovative and is used mainly by sophisticated groups of customers. Again, innovative, something new, something neat, something that people have to have or that they really, really want. And this is when we talk about competition. So competitive pricing is setting the price of a product or service based on what the competition is charging. This pricing method is used more often by businesses selling similar products. Again, because there's competition. We're going to price ours around what everybody else's is. This type of pricing strategy is generally used once a price for a product or service has reached a level of equilibrium, so supply and demand are pretty close, which occurs when a product has been on the market for a long time and there are many substitutes for the product, right? So we're going to base it on competition. If we're in the introduction stage of our product, maybe there isn't any competition. Okay, so this strategy might not be good for you because you don't have anybody to market off of or base it off of.